Hi everyone, my name is Sedup. I would like to welcome you to our webinar. Today I will introduce SYSTRONICS Intercompany Utilities. This is a program that consolidates intercompany information and transact across multiple companies. What you can do using this module? It allows you to automate cross-company purchase and sales transactions. It has a list of reports allowing to print consolidated reports such as aged receivables, aged payables, transaction listing. You can transfer stock from one company to another. The program has 4 synchronization submodules such as synchronizing accounts, customers, vendors, and IC items. It also has an account balance allocation feature, allowing to allocate balance between companies' accounts. The program consists of different submodules. Here, the list of these submodules. First of all, the program has 2 trade automation submodules. The first one is POE, and another one is ARAP. Consolidated reports are in one submodule. Inventory transfer submodule, 4 synchronizations, and the last one is GL distributions. Now, let me open Sage 300 and show how the program works. Let's start from POE trade automation. To do this, you need to use the standard Sage 300 transactions. Only the setup in advance should be done. Later on, by using a specially assigned vendors and customers, you can do the standard transactions. As a first step, it starts by doing a purchase order. I have 2 linked companies. In one of them, I will do purchasing transactions. In another one, I will make a sales transactions. So the first company I will name as a purchasing company, and the second one as a selling company. From this purchasing company, I will make a new purchase order. Let's open the purchase order entry screen. Select the vendor which is assigned as an intercompany vendor, and enter the detail lines. Now I will make just one detail line, but it is possible to do as many as required. After filling the information in details, I can post the purchase order. Please note that when I will post the purchase order, system will try to create a sale order in a linked selling company. However, this process requires a special security right in order to be able to create that order. If the user does not have that generating right in a selling company, then the sale order will sit in a special place until someone who will have that right will come and approve this sale order. So this is the case in my sample database. So I will post the purchase order, and we will get a message. And the message is informing that the user who is posting this purchase order here does not have enough security right to process order entry in a linked company. So I will close the purchase order here, go to the linked company, which is colored as pink. And I will go to RG module, and it has a full console folder and a full console screen. On this screen, I will click the Go button, and I will see the order entry which need to be processed. So if the user has a right to process this sale order, I will just select it by double-clicking the select column and click the process button. So my sale order will be generated. And the message is informing that it has been posted already. So after that, I will go to the next transaction. Next transaction is a shipment transaction. So I have to go to order entry, shipment entry, and create one new shipment entry based on the sale order generated automatically here on this selling company. So I will select the customer. From the find, select the sale order. So it has been selected. So I just need to ship the quantities and post the shipment. I will click the post button. And now, transaction that will generate by the program is the PO receipt, which will be generated in the purchasing company. So now I have both orders in both companies and the shipment and receipt transaction in these companies. Next step is the invoices that which need to be created in both companies. I can create the invoice first in either in purchasing or in selling companies. In both cases, all possibilities are possible to do. If I create an invoice in one company, the corresponding invoice will be created automatically in the linked company. So I will do it from here. Select my shipment and just post it. Now the user has enough security right to create the corresponding transaction. That is why there is no need to open the approval console and approve these transactions. It depends on the settings. In my central databases, I just show in one case where I need to process from the approval console. In other cases, required security right is given to the user. So when I post this invoice, again, the corresponding invoice will be generated automatically. So the information is shown that it was done already. This is the whole cycle of POE trade automation. Another trade automation submodule is using the AR and AP transactions. So it starts from the AR invoice. I can show that part as well to make a new invoice from the selling company. Post it. But immediately during the posting, the corresponding invoice will be generated automatically in the link company. Here the message is informing. So I will go to that purchasing company, open the AP invoice, generate it, and post it. If the invoices are done, now the payment and receipt should be done in both companies. So now from here, I will make a payment. New. Select my vendor. And the invoices appeared here. This is the open transaction for my vendor. So I will apply and save and post. I want to avoid printing check. It doesn't allow me to avoid. Oh, okay. And post. After posting this payment, the message will inform that in AR, the corresponding transaction is generated. Let me open the AR. Receive batch list. Oh, it was given an error. Anyhow, let's not spend time to this error. Actually, if everything goes correctly, I will get a receipt automatically here. And the last step of the trade automation is to make an adjustment. When you will make, if you need to make an adjustment, of course, it is not an everyday operation. If any case you will need to make an adjustment, you can do it from here, and the corresponding adjustment will be done in the, if you will do adjustment for the invoice, the corresponding adjustment will be done in a linked company as well. Or if you will make an adjustment in the receipt, the corresponding adjustment in the payment will be done automatically. This is a cycle in ARAP trade automation. Let's switch to another submodule, such as reports. If I go to the Intercompany Utilities folder, here there is a folder for the reports. It names as Consolidated Reports. So here I have 4 consolidated reports. However, these reports cannot be done immediately from here. To be able to print these reports, you have to create a separate company with a hard-coded name RG Comp, and only from that company, and if that company will be linked to these companies, you will be able to print a report. Here, the company that I created especially for that reporting purposes. And before printing the reports, you need to open this synchronize screen. Select the transactions which you want to pick up. Select the linked companies which you have in your system, and click the process button to bring the information from these linked companies to this special company. Only after that, if the corresponding data are collected, you will be able to print the reports. This part has been done already, so I'm not processing it. And I'm ready to print reports. For example, Age receivables report. Age receivables report has a similar selection screen as we have in AR. However, here we have a grouping option, company ID or customer number. I will select, for example, customer number and print it. Now, the information will be printed from both selected companies. Yes, now I forgot to select the companies. The companies are on the second tab. From here, I will select the companies. And only after that, I will be able to print. I will click print. And what is shown on this report? If I have a customer only in one company, then the information of that customer will be shown here, only from one company. For example, this intercompany customer is available only here, so it is shown here. The next customer is available in both companies, so the information pick up from both companies and shown in different sections. At the end, the customer total is shown, which is the information from both companies. And at the end of the report, we have a report total figures, which is the total of information from both companies. Similarly, we can print the age payables report and vendor and customer transactions report. Next submodule is intercompany trade, intercompany stock transfer. For this purpose, you need to use a special screen for that purpose. To do that transaction, I will go to intercompany transfers folder and open the corresponding screen. To make a new transaction, I will start from selecting the company to which I want to transfer the stock. After selecting the company, I can select items. It can be just one item or many items. So I'm selecting item, from location to location, quantity, cost information will be populated automatically in both cases. In many cases, it will be populated based on the cost. What type of cost will be used with the selected item. So you can leave it as it is, or you can overwrite if required. So after that, just save and post the transfer. What will happen if I post the transfer? When I am posting it, it should reduce the quantity and cost from the IC module in this company and increase in the linked company. This is done by creating an IC adjustments. So I will post it. It is saying that it has been done. To check the result, I will go to IC module, open transactions adjustments. The last adjustment is the one that I just did. So here I have my item, and the adjustment is both decrease type. If everything is correct, I can post this adjustment. Similar adjustment is available in the linked company. Now there are both increased type of adjustment available, so I can go there and post that adjustment as well. Now let's talk about the synchronization. As I told you already, we have 4 synchronization submodules, allowing to synchronize customers, vendors, items, and GL accounts. Let me show one of them, for example, vendor synchronization. To do that, I will go to my module, select vendor customizations, and open the first screen, which is the vendors. This screen is a customization of actual vendor screen available in AP module. However, there is some difference. Here I have a synchronize button. After selecting an item, I can click that button becomes enabled, and I can click that button to start the synchronization. What happens when I synchronize vendors? If the corresponding vendor is not available in the linked company, then it will create that vendor. If the vendor is available, then it will synchronize the values of fields which are defined to be synchronized. So before doing the actual synchronization, it will ask me to define the company, to which company I want to make this synchronization. So on this pop-up screen, I will specify the company and click synchronize. The synchronization will be done. This is one-by-one synchronization. If I want to make a range of vendors to be synchronized, then I will use the second screen. On this screen, I have 4 selection criteria, allowing to select the range of vendors using different selection criteria. For example, by vendor number, and I can specify from which vendor to which vendor. After making different type of selections, if I click the Go button, the corresponding list of vendors will be populated. In our case, it is the full list. And I can synchronize all of them. Or from here, I have to specify from the list which vendor I want to synchronize. So I can click, for example, select everything, all the list will be synchronized. Or I can do it manually, one by one, deselecting the vendors, and only selected vendors will be synchronized. Again, I need to specify the cost companies which I want to include for the synchronization, and click the synchronize button. Now the message is informing that it is done successfully. If the synchronization done successfully, then if required, I can go to the other company and check whether it was done, whatever I needed to do. And the last module that is available in the company utilities is GL distributions. This module enables account balance allocation from one company, from one account in this company to another account, either in the same company or and in the destination company. This allocation is using different methods. For example, you can use a fixed percentage method, if you are using payroll module, you can use the number of employees, you can use the number of transactions available with companies, and so on. This is the whole list of submodules available in the intercompany utilities. I want to speak a little bit more about the setup. Let me open the options screen. In options, you define the companies which are linked to this company. This is the main part that you need to do. Here you are also defining the intercompany customers and vendors. If you are using synchronization, then for each synchronization, we have a separate tab here, listing the available fields. So which field you want to be included in synchronization. For example, if I go to customer synchronization, not only the available fields, but also the available option fields are listed here. So if I specify all of them, so all the fields, including the optional fields, will be synchronized with the linked company. On the setup, we are also defining the special security rights for the users who are doing the transactions. So in trade automations, we need a special security rights to be able to do that. So this type of setup is done on this screen. In stock transfer and account distribution, also we need to specify some accounts here to be used during these transactions. And if you are doing ER and EP trade automation, we need some account mapping. Why we need this? Because when we are creating, for example, the invoices from one company to another one, we need to know which account to be used in this invoice. This is the main idea of the setup which you need to do before starting to use the program. This is all that I wanted to explain today.